Today has been insane. There has just been a huge wave of anime news to Lycoris Recoil new anime project that was announced, aka potentially season 2. As you can see right here, we have Nier Automata actually getting announced for its return. It's going to be returning very soon. We have stuff about Eminence in the Shadow getting a season 2, which is incredible because honestly I was going to miss it. And then we had this very weird news come out about Mushoku Tensei and ReZero, and I'm going to talk about this one first because this one is very bizarre, and obviously I think that this one is very important to talk about first because at this point in time, with my opinion on the matter, I think this is fake. So let's get into this first, okay? So basically, I was pinged a lot today. Like, when I woke up, I was greeted with a lot of people adding me to this post and all that was, posted about Mushoku Tensei and ReZero, and as you can see, it has over 100,000 views. It says enough that obviously a lot of people are kind of talking about this. This individual right here, a trusted source, automatically when you have a name like that makes you not really want to trust them. I'm going to keep it real. That is legitimately, that is the first thing that comes to my mind. I've seen a lot of leaks on social media over the years, and I know that at this point in time, there has been some off-the-wall announcements and leaks that's happened that turns out to be true. I know that's a thing. I mean, we have, like, openings leaked, we have manga chapters leaked, we have, like, spoilers for chapters early, we've had entire episodes for anime leaked, and, I mean, with Japanese companies kind of intermingling more with social media and kind of asking people, let's say on social media, like animators on Twitter, to help them with certain episodes, like One Piece is a really good example. Obviously, leaks are becoming more and more common. We see this very often. And so, when you see something like this, at first glance, because of just how many leaks really do happen on a daily basis, people are gonna be inclined to believe this. But, like I said, I don't believe this announcement. And I want to point out a few things, the reason why. For one, the whole thing about Season 3 of ReZero being 30 to 35 episodes, I don't really believe that. I legitimately do not believe that. Because if we were to fit all of ReZero, like if we're thinking of like Arc 5, it's not going to last 30 to 35 episodes. A 24 to 25 episode season is fine. That is completely fine. It would cover enough content, and it's enough for Arc 5, I think. And they could definitely hint at, let's say, Arc 6. So 30, 35 episodes automatically just doesn't sound right to me. But then we have stuff about Mushoku Tensei saying it's gonna have 30 to 35 episodes. It's like, okay, this is definitely just weird. And then later on, like an hour later, the individual goes along and says, like, note, these leaks, are not official and all that, sources, is a known source. But then he adds this little information onward saying that ReZero is gonna be 35 episodes, not 50. And all this type of stuff that keeps getting added on later on, hours after he first posted. It implies that this entire leak is fake. It legitimately does. I've seen a lot of leaks in my time, and I do think that this is just legitimately not something that is true. I will definitely be fine with being proven wrong. If I am proven wrong, that's fine with me. However, there is something I do want to point out. If I was to, let's say, duplicate this tab I have real quick, and I pull up this individual's tweet, he's gone. His account no longer exists. Now, the reason for this, apparently this individual literally said that, he was going to be removing his account, deactivating it, getting rid of it completely, in like an hour after he posted. And basically, this does add a lot of suspicious behavior. Because it's like, okay, so the account doesn't exist anymore. Which is like, why would you do that if you're wanting to get clout? That is a good question. Either this one individual wanted to just, like, make waves and see how many people he could trick, or maybe there is an extent to truth. Once again, take this little news with a grain of salt. Once again, I saw a lot of people telling me about this. I wouldn't trust it, but anything can happen in this day and age. That's all I'm going to say. But I don't think it's true. Now, let's move over into the next stuff. So we have Eminence in the Shadow. Eminence in the Shadow, I know that there's going to be some of you out there that don't really care about the series or don't care about the hype, which is completely fine. I mean, Eminence, at its core essence, is more of a comedy, and Sid's an edgelord, and it makes sense why people wouldn't really enjoy Eminence in the Shadow for that. But if you do enjoy it, and you're like me that has really been enjoying the anime, well, Season 2 has apparently been announced /leaked. This one individual, this guy, I trust him. His sources are usually very accurate. There's a lot of people kind of commenting on this, so I'm not really, like, saying this is fake. I actually think this is true. I mean, it makes sense, and the way it's being kind of, stated is that we're going to get information once the final episode comes out this upcoming Wednesday. It's going to be announced that Season 2 is coming out officially. So, yeah, that's amazing news. Moving on to the next one, we got Nier. Nier is returning, and returning quicker than I expected, honestly. So apparently, Episode 4, Chapter 4, as they're titling it, is going to be airing, on February 18th, which is a week from now. That is not that long, honestly, from now. A week from now, Nier will be returning, and obviously I will be doing videos once again on the anime. But, getting into the actual topic here, okay, let's be honest. With Nier obviously set to return, this means that other anime is probably going to return that's already been put on indefinite hiatus. However, there is something that does need to be talked about. The elephant in the room, so to speak. We have seen this song and dance over and over again with series that have been delayed. And what's to say that once, Nier comes back, we get episode 4, maybe even episode 5, it doesn't go on another indefinite hiatus thanks to COVID-related reasons for episode 6 onward. And I mean, this has happened a lot. And I definitely think that, we've seen multiple anime do this type of thing. Once there's production issues, those production issues don't necessarily go away. So the thing is was it enough time for them to catch up? That will have to be seen. So that is something we all need to remember, is that Nier potentially still could have more delays in the future, depending, because of just everything that has happened. But it is still good news. Nier is returning in a week from now, sooner than expected. I didn't think that it would probably return for the rest of this anime season. I felt like it might return for, I guess next anime season for spring. So yeah, it's returning. Now, let's move over into Lycoris Recoil. Love this anime. It made a lot of waves. It sold a lot. I think everybody that has seen my recent video I talked about when it came to the Chainsaw Man cells, I also mentioned Lycoris Recoil, and I mentioned Bocchi the Rock, and how their cells for their BDs were really, really high. Lycoris Recoil made waves. It was trending in social media on, in Japan and worldwide. It was a very popular anime, for good reason. It's a good show. And so, the fact that it got announced today that there is going to be a continuation of some sorts, new anime project in the works, by the official Lycoris Recoil, Twitter account, it does let us know that, it's coming. And, I mean, this is not really a surprise. It's legitimately not a surprise whatsoever, because, it was too popular. His anime original is too popular, it's making money. The merchandise is selling, so because of that, it's they had to make a continuation of some sort. It was bound to happen, either a movie, OVA, whatever. So, continuation. Happy about that. I'm really happy. I'm glad to see, Chisato and all them back, because I want more of them. I think great characters. There's a lot of room and a lot of areas to explore within the verse of Lycoris Recoil. So, yeah, I think everybody is pretty pumped about this news overall. I mean, I don't know why anyone wouldn't. So, yeah, it's been honestly a ridiculous day for anime news, because it's wow, just all this stuff in the span of 10 hours. It's just man, what is going on today? But, yeah, so overall, my thoughts, good day. Solid day. It's a solid day. So, we'll see about the, the Mushoku Tensei and, ReZero stuff. Once again, grain of salt. The count's gone, so maybe there could be some credibility to it. Who knows? I mean, we have, Eminence in the Shadow, basically getting a Season 2. I mean, I'm happy for that one. I mean, Nier's returning, Lycoris Recoil. What's not to love, honestly? It's a good day. So, I guess I'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it to any degree, and I gave you some new information, or entertained you in any way, do leave me a like. It does help me out a lot, and I would greatly appreciate it. But with that, be safe, stay healthy, Chibi out.